And we're live on a Mars day. A day of drive and action and masculinity. I think not. How do you know? Because I saw that card that I pulled last night. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger God, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. Shout out to all the new people. Welcome to your healing journey, which is called the Dark Night of the Soul, where we are going to face all your shadows and all your pains and suffering of this life experience, take them off, and restore your free spirit. Ta-da! I am the goddess of hell, here to guide you out of your own self-imposed prisons. What's up, what's up? In order to keep up with me, you wanted to catch what I posted on my community page, which there was a lot this morning. I was kind of busy. My latest live video from yesterday, and what I posted in my shorts. What was in the shorts? Pac was in the shorts. I love Pac. He's the best, isn't he, though? Let's see, where do we start? Well, last night I did a video about the names of power, and I may have given out too much information in that. Either way, the video got fucked off. When I got to the end, I started to pull some tarot. I was in the middle of this card, talking shit about Russ and his whole situation, and the fucking video crashed. And I just looked at it as, nope, and nope. But the energy's still there. This is the Underworld card, which is the Devil card in tarot. It was really funny. It's about the shadow. So you're currently facing shadows. We were supposed to last night. I don't know. I was like, I can't read this card without something coming to the surface. And then that douchebag and his shit came to the surface, but he didn't get to see any of it. I'll reiterate it, I'm sure. But it was really funny because Bobby told me this, and I always say it in my videos. He's like, I feel like you're the devil trying to convince me that the grass is greener in hell. And I took that, and I was like, fine. I wore it, because, you know, that's what I've always been called in time, is the fuck devil. And then I realized, it's like, yeah, let's fast forward to where we are currently. I feel like you're the fucking devil, trying to convince me that the grass is greener in hell. For sure, bro. You were all of that, projector. Whatever. Takes one to know one. Moving on. So we're gonna do. We're just gonna forget about the names of power. All you need to know is there's power in the name of Christ. But as stated in the Bible, is you can't just be calling on him or any fucking name. He's gonna show up and be like, I do not know you. You just been using my name to play game. That's what that kind of, you know, what came out of there mostly, out of that teaching, is like, you know, they invocate in the name of Christ, in the name of, you know, this, that, and the other. I spoke about, you know, Beyonce over there being a whole dark priestess trying to invoke dark feminine energy to empower herself. Bitch, you powerless. You powerless to a husband and some kids, bitch. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. And that's where it is. It's like all this power, and you still can't find, you can't possess happiness. What a waste of good power. Anyways, to all of you that are powerless, talk about your devils that you're fighting. First off, there's no such thing. The biggest thing I pulled out yesterday's video, so you didn't even need to catch the second one to know this. There's no such thing as the devil. It's just the things inside of you that they deem evil. They call you evil because you are tempted. Shut up. Let's start with this. This is a card of self-created bondage. I had a heart-to-heart with Russ either way after the video, and I said something about that. It's like, what the fuck did I say to you, Russ? I don't know what you're afraid of. Something to that effect. It's like, you know, any of you, you choose to be unhappy because of your fears of what other people would say. Oh, that's what came up in this video, in this thing. Okay, it's later on. I'll talk about it. I'll lose it if I don't talk about it right now. Problems arise when you deny your shadow and instead project them into other people, assigning them the shameful thoughts and desires which lie within you so that you can feel superior and self-righteous. This is what happened. As soon as I read that sentence, I saw what happened to our connection. What happened? The problem was that his fucking mother and all of them denied their shadow. They told him that I was a money-greedy hoe and that I was just out to fucking take from him. That I was just out to take from him. That's their shadows. They're money-greedy hoes. Was it true, Russ? Everything, and that's what I did say to him. Everything they said about me wasn't true. What else do they say that isn't true? When I came out and I said that he was my twin flame, they saw it. They pulled the cards. His mom's a whole dark practitioner. She saw that this would be the destruction of their happy fucking family. So she did everything to, you know what I mean, turn him against me and say I was this and that. And we fought all the way till the end. But it didn't matter. We still love each other. But none of it was true. He kept trying to use money to, you know what I mean, to shame me. It was never me out for anybody's money. But that's what they said. They said I was all these things. They said that I was praying to the devil. They said I was doing spell work on him. They said I was doing all these things, that I just wanted to take his fucking bag. Who was the one doing spell work on you, Russ? Poisoning your fucking food so that they could have a free ride off of you for the rest of your fucking life, bro. What are you afraid of, Russ? Making them grow up? Or growing up yourself? Do you think you're not worthy of something better than Jonica? Do you think there's not better women out of your 4.2 million followers that could love you without a price tag? That's where it came out in this, and I just had to say it just to let it out because it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And that was, you know what I mean? That was Bobby. He was acting like I was trying to, you know what I mean, ruin his relationship. He was doing everything. He ruined his relationship. He doesn't have a real relationship. And that's the proof, bro. The proof was, and I think that's what he got upset about when I said that. There was a couple things I said in the last couple videos. First off, it's like I threatened to tell her if I ever saw her. I don't have to fucking lie to this bitch's face. You do. So that scared the shit out of him. Then I talked about all the other women I could see that he was following. All these other fucking helpless, hopeless fucking single mothers. It's a game he plays. And so I said all of these things. And it's like, y'all projected me to be this. What you really are. You ran around and, you know what I mean, told everyone, look at, she's this, and she's this, and she's this. That's just who you were, bro. I was never any of those things. Don't get me wrong, I'm a whole big fat mess of my own. But none of the messy shit that y'all be in. None of that messy shit. I have my own mess. Nothing that aligns with any of your shit. Ever did. Let's move on. So, this card is a self-created bondage to an idea, a belief, an ambition, a demanding career, a love for money, desire, a person, or a group that stops you from moving forward. You have this idea that this will happen, or this belief that this will happen, or this ambition that you can't give up on, this career that, you know what I mean, you have too much invested in, your fucking desire for having more money, a person or a group that stops you from moving forward. To be honest, that's all the way Lucifer over there. That's Russ. He's stuck on an idea, a belief, an ambition, his demanding career, his love for money, a desire, his family, and his bitch-ass girlfriend that stops him from moving forward. He has so many blocks in his life that there's no growth. It's the laws. It's the laws of attraction, bro. It's the universal laws. You can't do epic shit with basic bitches. They're holding you down. You can't lift up energy like that. First off, you could if you were me and you knew how to alchemize it. But you can't. You can't alchemize their darkness. Their darkness keeps you down. They feed off of you. You can't rise. You have to break free of everything. When you die and go to heaven, it's you. You don't take nothing with you. Not no fucking nothing. You're stripped, completely naked, everything. Everything that you spent all your life to get means nothing. In those moments when you get to, you know, be free. And that's what it takes to be free, is to break free from all this shit. Now, granted, you don't want to come out like me, absolutely fucking homeless and completely broke. But if you do, and you come out like me, fully secure in your knowing of God, and you have no more worries, and you have a purpose, and you have a vision, and you are back in the spirit, and no longer plagued by the fucking mind and the things of this world, then it was worth it. Every bit of it was worth it. Take it all off again. If you can come to a place where I am, then it was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it. I became a better person, a better mother, a better everything. I got better. The price, what did it cost for me to get better? Everything. Everything that I had that made me unhealthy, I had to get rid of. But it was worth it. And now I'm better. And I can have a better life. For you, you have to make that decision for yourself too. It's a self-sacrificing decision to overcome your desires or fears of this flesh. So I shared in my shorts the 7 deadly sins. It says that they're called like that and they make it all deadly and shit, but it's just overcoming, according to Dante's Inferno, it's overcoming stages of life. I'm tempted. I covet. I greed. I lust. I envy. I don't kill or cheat or lie. But it's in me. This is nothing more than the child inside of you. Let me see this. Let me say this. This card represents the shadow side. It's just a part of you that you don't want to look at, that you want to deny, where you hide even from yourself. Your fears, your weaknesses, and desires that you're ashamed of. Your impulses like lust, a desire for power, selfishness, greed, envy, anger, and rage. All the things that you might consider evil, but we all secretly feel. It's an inner child thing for us to get angry and jealous, us to want to be powerful. The lust comes later. That's a different feeling later. You know what I mean? But these are inner child feelings. That's just it. Selfishness, envy, rage. Those are our inner children. That's our inner child that rages. You know what I mean? We all have that inside of us. We all can get turned on. We all want a sense of power. We all get to a place of super selfishness. We're all a bit greedy, bro. We definitely envy other people's lives, bro. We get angry as fuck and we can rage. It's in you. Find it and accept it. The last one I had to deal with was lust. I had to face that. There's a part of me that lusts. And it's surprising to me, but it's natural. And it's instinctive. And it has a voice. And it should have a way to release itself. You know what I mean? I do need to be selfish with myself. You know what I mean? I don't need to envy, but it can happen. It can happen. You can see something that's better than what you've ever seen and you want it. That's just envy. Anything can fucking anger you. And if you can't control it, it turns into rage. They're all things that you might consider evil, but we all secretly feel. They are locked away in the darkness, but nonetheless not coming from something outside like the devil. It is certainly not a separate entity living within you. You're not possessed by something. To run around and say these priests that get a hard-on are devils, that's not true. Just because you love God doesn't mean your body turns off for your love for women or, touch. Just because I love God doesn't turn off my anger. My love for God can calm my anger, but it doesn't turn any of this off. This happens not only with individuals, I skipped too far. Problems arise when you deny your shadow and instead project it onto other people, assigning them the shameful thoughts and desires which lie within you so you can feel superior and self-righteous. And that's where you cast it on. You say you're not that person and you make fun of those people. This happens not only with individuals, but groups, religions, races, sexes, and even whole countries, leading to bigotry and hatred. The more the shadow is denied and repressed, the more powerful and destructive it becomes. We spoke about that all yesterday, about, the creation of what they said was evil, and they deemed you a sinner for your acts. The shadow is not evil. It also contains natural positive instincts, insight, and creativity. It's only by understanding your shadow that you will progress, recognizing destructive impulses when they arise. Right there, knowing what makes you angry, knowing what makes you jealous, knowing that, you know what I mean, the things that you're afraid of, knowing that you're seeking power, realizing that you're being greedy. It's just noticing this. I'm being horny. I guess is what you would say for lust, right? Honoring what's inside of you and, you know what I mean, calming it. You can't deny it and make it go away, and you can't hate yourself for these things. I'm seeing that fight. Oh man, it was really hard. I talked about it, but you can't really understand how bad my skin boiled. When the Holy Spirit brought up my ex-husband and showed me that he was flossing with all that money, and we were poor and we were struggling, and he's just out there being a fucking douchebag, I was filled with so much rage. And I knew it was so unhealthy, and I couldn't get it off me. I just kept visualizing, like, hurting him. I was so angry with him. Like, rage, bro, rage. And I'm sitting there in Oklahoma, and I'm praying to God, just make it go away. I know this isn't right. I had to honor what was hurting, what was making me enraged before I could make it go away. I had to honor that this hurts. It hurts so bad I want to hurt him. It hurts so bad I want to hurt him. Did I? No. I just had to honor what this was and make sure, you know what I mean? And that's what rage is. You hurt so bad you're going to hurt somebody, either with your words or actions. How many times have you hurt somebody? Can you go back and look at what they did to make you hurt them? They hurt you, and that's usually what it is. They hurt me first. Forgive them, for they knew not what they did. They didn't know when they said or did that thing, it was going to hurt you so fucking much. Why? Well, how many people have you hurt and you didn't realize it was going to hurt so much? The shadow's not evil. Okay? It's just a part of you. This is the highest moral quest. True spirituality is accepting your shadow and taking responsibility for it. And only then can you be in a relationship with the divine. You can't come clean to God still dirty. You can't come to him wholeheartedly when you're hiding. And you're only hiding from yourself, I assure you. He knows all parts of you. You're just trying to stick this part behind you and think that he doesn't see it. Because you're used to doing that with people. But even people see it. Reverse meaning. When the underworld appears reversed, it shows you have become aware that you are trapped in an unhealthy relationship, dependence, or addiction, and now wish to free yourself. However, you must be prepared for the difficulties along the way, as others will not want you to change. You'll have to face your own fears to battle along the way, but preserve, as it will be worth it in the end. Everything that God asked me to sacrifice, I don't look back at like it wasn't worth it or it wasn't necessary. I can see why I had to sacrifice everything. I never look back and like, you didn't have to do that, God. I could have learned this lesson without that. No. This is what we teach. It's Tuesday, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I usually have this on the schedule, but there's no schedule to healing, to be honest. And now that we have 3,000 people, which the math says we're at 84.8% males, we've got over 2,500 men, and we need to jump into this, guys. Girls. I'm not saving this for a special day. This is what we do every day. How does this work? Every time it comes up, you face yourself. Every time you catch yourself, you catch yourself. You have to be aware of yourself. Every time you smart off to a person, bro, Even if you smart off to that person every day, start asking yourself, why do I treat this person like that? Let the inner child tell you that, it's all their fucking fault. But start working through this, which is you reparenting yourself, changing your behaviors, becoming aware of them, understanding them, and reparenting them, having some self-control. First comes with self-understanding. Understand why you treat people, why you act this way is the beginning. Don't just try to stop yourself from something. Say, I don't ever want to, cold turkey something that you don't even know why you do it. You can't do it that way. You have to have understanding as to why you are the way you are. And that takes a long time. That's what we do every day. As much as you can catch yourself. Ask yourself questions. Why did I say that? And listen to your inner child tell you. And have those deep, soul-searching conversations with yourself. It's okay. You can take time out for you all damn day. It's like, all right, I'm hungry. Don't just, you know what I mean? Ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this what, am I eating just because this is what I eat? Do I need something else? And that's it. It's like, you can really tap in with yourself and catch all of this shit. You know what I mean? Notice that you're over there coveting. Notice that you're getting jealous. Notice that you're getting jealous and stop looking at things that are making you jealous. Notice that you're getting turned on all the time. Stop turning yourself on. What are you going to do with that energy all the time? That's a waste of creativity, to be honest. You know what I mean? Just purposely getting yourself turned on and not have nothing, just blowing your fucking creativity like that. You know what I mean? Notice the things that are making you angry. Every time I see this fucking person, they piss me off. Okay, you can try to avoid that person, but it's an energy that anyone that carries a similarity to this person is going to rub you wrong. Understand what about this person is bothering the fuck out of you. And that takes a lot of work of you working with your thoughts. Your thoughts are going to tell you something, but you're not really going to feel that way. You got to work through it. You're going to start to realize that you're separate from your brain. And that's what we do here, is we face the shadow. What is the shadow? Just us. The unobserved part of us that we're not paying attention to, that everybody seems to see but us. Or the things we just hide, but they still see it. You can't hide your shitty ass attitude. You can't hide your behaviors. They're very noticeable to others, but you try. And that's what keeps you living a double life. Trying to hold up a mask, trying to be something you're not. Just be all of you. Find out what all of you is. As I opened up Pandora's box, I couldn't believe what I was finding. This is me, and this is me, and this is me, and this is me, and this is... Wait a minute. Let's work on me. And that's where it is. It's like, I have so many parts of me that I'm always trying to... It's like, I have a bad habit of saying the F word. We're trying to stop saying the N word. We're trying to stop doing certain things. Avoid certain people. We're not doing this anymore. We're not doing this. So it's all of these new, not rules, because a rule would say if I break it, then I'm bad. They're just adjustments. I'm making a lot of adjustments. Constant, to the personality, to the character, to the way, we're fine-tuning. Can't do any of that until you start to realize what frequency you're on to begin with. What triggers you, what makes you, go from 0 to 100. Find out what that is. So that's what we do over here. All the fucking time. That's what I do. I pull out a lot of cards. I tell you a lot of crazy stories, but that's what I specialize in. And I show you, through me, how to face you. Otherwise, you just watch me battle me all damn day and talk shit to God. Which is entertaining in itself. You never see nobody talk to God like I do. Nobody knows God like I do. I'm trying to get you to know him. Let him run your life. Alright, so I'm going to pull out the cards from yesterday. When I was doing this, I actually pulled out a card before that. I pulled out... This is so aligned. I'll go back in time. I pulled out our newest tarot. And, hold on, I'm trying to find them. I've got a lot of tarot up here. Here they are. And I'm going to re-say this again. Oh, God. Well, we might as well move into both of these cards. This was the card we pulled yesterday. I said it to Wolfman. He didn't hear me, of course. I was like, my dark cards are better than yours. I didn't pick them, actually. It was... God. I wouldn't have picked these. Not necessarily. I don't need more tarot. So this is what the energy was or is. And I'm sure it's mixed with this. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? So the Five of Cups. As you cry out into the night, the startled members of your murder flap their wings, talking to the darkened skies. If you hold your agony silent, you let it take root too far inside to ever be free of it. Download. So let loose the whoop of pain, of loss, of fatigue, of condemnation. You dig sharp talons into the soil. What does not kill us makes us stronger or stranger. Keywords: disappointment, dwelling on mistakes, and anxiety. Again, that could totally be the devil card, right? So now the next one, following the progression as of today, Six of Cups. Out of the night, a sudden vision startles you, your very own reflection. It seems impossible that you are the being you spy in the looking glass. You wonder when things changed so drastically. Let your mind drift back into time to remember the joys of the rose-colored world. Be kind to yourself. Remember yourself as you were before things became sour. Keywords: memories, simpler time, innocence, nostalgia, naivety, I don't know what that word means. I don't know. It looks like naivety. Okay, there we go. I have never seen it spelt out. Naivety. I didn't know what that word was. Naivety. Well, that's interesting because the Six of Cups always talks about nostalgia and somebody from your past, but this looks, these cards tell a different story. That's why we have so many cards. They all show a different side to it, and that's why I pulled these, because these are the shadow. We're facing the shadow sides of us. So in this card, we're facing, dwelling on our mistakes. And then this one, we're like thinking about times, that things were better. It's a progression of your feelings, right? So yeah, I pulled this one, and now you know that one. So you're in a devil, Five of Cups, Six of Cups energy. Don't worry, it will get better. Why? Because we still have today's another day of the Egyptian, and that's the Isis. Will bring in better energy. So don't worry, it gets better. It always gets better. This too shall pass. Damn, I put those in the wrong fucking bag. Give me a second. I'm kind of organized in my disorganizations. I posted that this morning. I saw that the haunted houses in Colorado were hiring. I was like, dude, that'd be the best job ever. God said I can't do it. I think it would be so fun. Would you ever consider that now that you're older? Probably not. But wouldn't that be fun to go work at a haunted house and scare people? Just sit there jumping out, scaring people all day for dude, that'd be so fun. How much do you pay me to scare people? I was considering it, but it's way up in Westminster, and I live down south. That's way too fucking far for a fucking, you know what I mean? That's way too fucking far. But I thought it was so cool. I got excited on that idea this morning. Just Halloween. I was like, maybe something. That's my favorite thing. Halloween is my favorite. Anyways, sorry. I don't know. Just throwing shit out there. Our current energy is the devil. What's this? Spiritual work at hand. Jesus Christ, this is all bad energy. Are we fighting? We're strifing? We're going to war? I guess. I mean, this should be an internal war. You shouldn't be fucking with people. Unless you're about to cut them out of your life. And then, a flick of the wrist, I suppose. Such a bitch. I mean, what do you want me to say, bro? If you're fighting with me, you're going to lose. Things are going to get rough, and it might seem as though everyone and everything is against you. Perhaps everyone's trying to get their viewpoint across, and no one's listening to anyone. Competition can be useful and spur people into greater things. But do not use the negative energy of wands for quarreling. Use it for positive power to stay fast and to resolve. As I saw that, I saw Wolfman. Man, were you a pathetic fucking opponent. You pretended to be fucking spiritual for how long? As if. The conflict in this card can be an inner one. This is what I was talking about. You might feel as though people are making so many demands on your time and energy that you can't cope. That your head is fighting your heart, and that you are called upon to do something that you consider unethical. What are they asking you to do? On page 55, accelerated growth, let go. The Five of Wands can also indicate that you're in danger of becoming carried away and following a dream and not noticing what is actually going on around you. Reality is about to intrude. You are being rather selfish and things are starting to fall apart even if you haven't noticed it yet. Unless you start to pay attention, you may lose what you have, including those you love. Spiritually, this card can indicate that you are ungrounded, getting carried away in self-centered fashion with ideas and visions. You are ignoring mundane matters that need to be dealt with and people who need you. This is a serious lack of balance and not real spiritual progress. All right, reverse meaning. You seem to be angry at the world in general, provoking unnecessary arguments, making cutting remarks, and indulging in compulsive and unnecessary competition with others. You are hurting inside and trying to hurt others in turn. This is not going to heal your pain or make you any friends. You must confront the real reason for your anger and take steps to deal with it. Well, we definitely talked about that. You're not angry, you're hurt. And you don't know how to deal with that hurt, so you're just walking around like an angry motherfucker. Really? That's pretty much what it says. What does this have to do with me? I'm ungrounded, getting carried away. Nope. Ignoring mundane matters, typically, fuck that need to be dealt with. I mean, not really. I do whatever God tells me to do. Seriously? Yeah, whatever you say, God. So, like, I have my own plan, and he has his own plan, and sometimes he'd be like, nope, and nope. I feel like the material world's trying to pull me in, and God's trying to hold on to me real tight. I feel like the material world's trying to pull me in, and God's trying to hold on to me real tight. He still hasn't let me out the nest. It's like when I go to do something, he takes all my energy. Really? Yeah. Why? I don't know. I mean, I could sit there screaming at him and I could just try to force, my body to do things when I'm really tired and hurt. I mean, I'm having a moon cycle too, so I'm not supposed to have too much energy. Yesterday was Monday. Today I have a lot of energy and I want to do a lot of stuff. But it doesn't matter. When I shut this down, he tells me what to do. I could be like, oh, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. I'll go outside and then I'm just stuck. Really? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what he's keeping me out of the world for, but he has for quite some time. He took me into it. It's like, when was the last time you were in that job? He gave me that job, put me straight into the world, and then pulled me completely out. Don't get me wrong, I'm still here and I do things, but he's not let me out of my cage. Really? Mm-hmm. So let me move up here. Let's see what else then it could be. I don't know. Am I starting fights with people? I don't know. They'll make me very aware of it. What is my spiritual work at hand? What do you want me to fucking do? Tell me, God. Tell me. I don't know. I don't see anything. Stop fighting with people. I'm not getting anything out of this card. Nothing? Mm-mm. Anytime I see this, I just feel like everybody's fighting with me. And that's fine. I wouldn't even know. Is there an internal battle going on? Not really. I mean, I want to do shit. I want a lot. Like, there's movement going on outside of me, and I feel like I'm not moving. But I can feel that it's God that's keeping me not moving. He's been doing this. Why? I'm not sure. He does it all the time. As soon as I say that, I can see all these other times that he just kept me still like this. I could see Oklahoma. I can see, like, he just literally keeps me still. Like, shuts me down, to be honest. It's almost like he's harvesting my energy or something. Or building it up for something. This has happened before many times. I recognize this. It's not a restlessness, but it will become one. It has before. It's just like you feel like so much is possible and something's holding you back. There's a force that you can't see that's holding you back. It's gone. There's a force you can't see that's pushing you forward. That's something that just keeps pushing you. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. You gotta do this. It's gone. It's an ebb and flow. And even though he's pushing everybody outside, it's like I'm in the middle of a tornado, just still. And everybody's moving really fast around me. And I'm like, it's kind of like, I want to go outside. I want to go out. I want to get out. I want to get out. And it's like, nope. Really? I can't tell you what it is. I can only tell you how it feels. It's temptation, you know what I mean? Like that this morning, that job. I want to do that. That sounds like so much fucking fun. Please let me go do that. Please let me go do that. I want to do that. Nope. Why'd you even show me then? And that's what it is. Is he just tempting? Are we just going through the levels of temptation? And that's what I told you. I feel like the outside world is calling me, but God is holding me still. It's like he took me to a fair, and he's holding my hand, and he just wants me to see everything. He's not going to let me ride not one ride. You're like, damn, that's a dick move. I don't know. He moves in weird ways. Why? I don't know. But if you think about it, you take your kids to the, very small children to the fair, and they don't get to ride any of that shit. They just get to see it all. It's all about the show, I suppose. It appears like you're looking at everyone else being happy. But that's not what you're looking at. You're looking at a fucking circus, bro. All the lights and everything. It's like everybody looks like they're having fun. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want a stuffed animal. I want a fucking waffle. What are they called? I don't know. I never had. Oh yeah, I did have one finally. All that shit. I need to get one of those big ass turkey legs. In essence, that's what it feels like. Sometimes you're just looking out the window watching, and that's just me with God anyways. He puts me on the other side of the fucking fence and is like, just watch me work. Well, what am I doing over here? Sometimes. And then you'll see that he does all kinds of things with me too. Then it'll be my turn and he'll take me out and do all kinds of stuff. I guess the conflict can be an inner one. Your head is fighting your heart. I'm not doing anything unethical. I think everybody else is. I saw that woman today. I didn't know she was fucking pregnant, bro. Who? She looks like she's pregnant. She might not be. Some of these tweakers, that's what fucking... Frankie's mom was a big fat tweaker. Big fat one, like 300-pound tweaker. You're like, how? Their metabolism doesn't work anymore. So they get these big old guts. But they're still tweaking, bro. So maybe she's not pregnant. I'm not sure. I don't know. Just watch out for fighting with people and people fighting with you, I suppose. What's the outcome, Lord? I don't really know what you want me to do about this. Just watch my mouth and shit. It's all about fucking competing, competition, you know what I mean, all that. Oh, shit. Guess I gotta do something. It doesn't make sense. I mean, as much as it doesn't, when I pull that other card, you'll understand. Did I set it up? No, I had my son pull it. I was like, come pull a card for us. We'll pull out a fucking oracle for when we're all done. So I put the oracle there, and then we started pulling cards. And I looked at the oracle at the end. Who's the Lord? It is the Emperor. The Lady is the Great Mother. The Lord is the Great Father. This card reflects a concept of fatherhood in its wildest sense and speaks of power, control, structure, order, organization, stability, as well as the consequences of action. This is a time of stability when you feel confident and in control of your circumstances. You may be manifesting something in the world, whether it is a child, a business, enterprise, or a work of art. As much as I'd like to say that's not true, not for me. What's going on with you? I told you, I'm just enjoying my life. God said so. Somehow, I'm going to enjoy for a year or two. Really? Yeah, I'm not trying to start all this right away. If I win the lottery tomorrow, bro, we're still chilling for at least a year. I'm not breaking dirt or nothing. He told me. He already told me. It's like, live some life. And that's okay. It's okay to finally turned down a little bit. Alternatively, you may be required to exert some control, reining in an errant child, an external circumstance, or your own emotions. Always remember that other people are not controllable, and it is unwise to try. Instead, you can demonstrate the real qualities of leadership by leading and lead by example. That's me. The Lord is a figure of authority, perhaps a father or a father figure, a leader, employer, or some other professional. He may be an influential and trustworthy person in your life who gives you good advice. I fail to see how this is an Aries, how this quotes an Aries. What, just because of the horns, you think that, this is you? Whatever. Reversed of the benign lord of the animals, who is prepared to sacrifice himself for the good of his children, is a petty tyrant who tries to dominate others with rigid rules and principles that take no account for human beings and crush the spirit of those under his influence. There you go, Aries. That sounds like you. You made it clear that in your videos you don't like kids and you don't like animals. You think I don't remember that video? You guys remember? He was talking shit about kids. I think he was in... He was still in the Eastern... Maybe he was in Egypt. He got into a hotel and there was kids and he was talking hellish shit about these kids. Really? Yeah, he's a tyrant, bro. What would you expect from Hades? Examine whether you are in danger of becoming such a person or whether you have fallen under the influence of one. Alternatively, he can be weak, indecisive man who's always afraid to stand up for what he believes in or make tough decisions. Sounds like basically every man in my life. Why? They're the opposite of me, right? Opposites attract. So, they're all weak and I'm all strong. I had a similar conversation with Marshall this morning. What the fuck I say to you? Fuck. Something about we're not separated, we just can't be any closer. It's you, not me, is what I said. Oh, I sent him that thing. I was like, he's too busy working on his rep career to be in love. I was totally joking about that. But in the sense of, it's his energy. His energy is... If I think about him and I want to go say hi to him, I can feel this push. Like, leave me alone. Okay. It's not me, it's you. You're giving off that energy. That you just want to be fucking left alone. That you're too busy for people. That's alright. Lewis gives off that energy all day. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Fine. I'll leave you alone. I don't need to talk to you. That's what I told him. I was like, you're not calling me in. You're pushing me away. It's fine. I was like, there's nothing wrong with us. It's just your energy. You guys are shit-ass energy. Push people away. What is it? Because he's too busy. Trying to make a rap career or some shit. They call you in and they push you out. What do you want me to say? Anyways, a man who is too afraid to stand up for what he believes in or make tough decisions. I mean... Marshall's one of those people that knows once he stands, and that's what I told him. Oh, I hit him hard. I was like, I've come to the conclusion that you just want to stay in the stands. S-T-A-N-S. Watching. I was like, he's not moving any closer towards me. He's just going to sit out there and watch me live my life like everyone else. That's okay. Are you entertained? Are you learning anything? I'm way past this. It took me a long time to get where I am today, but I'm just not, even trying. Why? I tried my hardest. There's nothing to try for. I will put all my energy towards something new or something worth trying for, but there's no more energy to give these guys. I've given it everything that I could, and this is where it ended. You know what I mean? This is fucking Russ right here. He's weak, indecisive man who's afraid to stand up for what he believes in or make tough decisions. He can't even decide, he has to run a poll for everything. He only wants to give you what you like because he can't take the fucking decision-making fucking position. Everybody has to make his decisions because he can't take the failure of a, unhappy person. That everybody wasn't happy with him. Okay, my friend. Anyways, what is this? Stability when you feel confident and in control of your circumstance. I feel that. I can rest easy knowing that God's in control. When he says jump, I say how high. Or I just start jumping until he says stop. I just do as I'm told, bro. And that's better than what you guys are doing. You're doing what everyone else tells you to do, and you're not getting nowhere with that. They're telling you to jump, and you just keep jump around. Whatever. Okay. Let's put a story together. You have to deal with your shadow. It's going to cause some strife in your life, but it calls for you to take action. You'll be in control once you do this, because that's what it is. He's all in control, all authoritative. You have to face you and the people that are holding you back, that are competing and holding you down, and take some control. I already did this. If we're talking about shit like that, yeah. I'm not fucking with people anymore. You know what I mean? I understand too much. And that's where it is. So, this is Tuesday. This is the preparation, bro. It's going to keep coming up. It starts on a Tuesday. And it started last night. They start telling us what we're going to work on. So by Friday, this fucking shadow right here, this shit right here, you've got to do something. They're going to give you enough. The rest of the week, they're going to keep pushing you. They're going to keep fueling this fire so that by Friday, when you're in your heart space, right? That's Venus. You have the heart to do this. And then a Saturn day, push your fucking limits. This is what it is. We can keep changing it, but this is what you need to face. I want you to understand that. Got it? Take authority over your life. By what? Just facing the truth. And all the fucking strife, bro, that it's causing you. There's a card stuck to my lip. Oh, God. It's the Knight of Swords. Stuck to my arm. Alright, let's move on. I got 2 more cards to read. 46 minutes. We'll see if we can. So last night I had my son pick a card. Yin, which is what? Divine Feminine. That's all we read about yesterday, was your Divine Feminine. You're nurturing, you're loving, you're caring, you're compassionate. Now we pull out the Divine Masculine. You work with your heart, and you take action in your heart. That's what this really is a fucking about. I'm going to read this real quickly because I want to get to our Egyptian energy. Number 2. We didn't get too far. Number 1 is Yang, but we're in number 2. Feminine principle of receptivity. Letting someone else make the first move. Gathering information and taking in cues. The art of conscious allowing. It's super funny, dude. My daughter used this term yesterday, and I was like, send that to me in a text message because I'm going to need that. We're going to need to use that word, that verbiage. So there's this senior that kind of has been chasing her, and she's felt like a little bit scared. And she wrote an email in the middle of the night. I was like, don't send that at midnight. You send that in the morning. Don't send that at midnight. She wrote this very big email to her, whoever, counselor, about, I don't like this guy. He's making me uncomfortable. He keeps following me around the school. I think he's going to try to touch me. Come to find out, he has special needs. So they come back. The lady's like, you have to forgive him. He doesn't pick up on social cues. I was like, dude, send me that in an email. You motherfuckers don't pick up on social cues. The Venezuelans here have this thing where they don't understand personal space. It's not even about boundaries. Like, my body has a personal space bubble around it. An invisible bubble where you should never come that close to my body. They don't understand that. They don't understand it. Nobody's taught them about personal boundaries, right? And it's stuff like that, social cues. You can't, and that's, as I say this, that's so many of you. You're oblivious to the social cues that are going off around you. You're not seeing, you know what I mean, how people are reacting to you. You're not paying attention to the cues. I want you to be aware of that. So here it says right here, taking in cues. Pay attention. That was your cue to leave. That was your cue to say something. That was your cue to, you know what I mean, to stop talking. Social cues, where you can read the energy, you can read the crowd, you can read the situation. Looking for your cues is what this is. She sent it to me. I was like, that's great. Oracle message. This is a time of calculating receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you. I told you. And I notice he's, as I say, harvesting my energy. I'm going to pull out the Palladium book at this point because The sleep chambers are unreal. My daughter came home yesterday. You can hear, no, the video didn't load. Her phone died, so she lay down for a minute. She didn't wake up the whole night. She stayed asleep, and she is not a sleeper. She is not a sleeper at all. She stayed asleep the whole night. I have been going to bed super early and then still tired the next day. This is what happened in the beginning that made me start seeking health professionals. Something was wrong with my energy. I'm starting to see that this happens. There's like cycles, and when it hits my kids, then I know we're in a healing cycle. When they start exhibiting fatigue and differences in their change, I know that it's, when it's both of us, then I know that we're in some kind of healing cycle. But that's where it is. It's like I'm still waiting for my next move. All I'm told right now is to sit still and manifest my Joseph, which sounds great to me, and that's it. It's like I don't even, that eliminates so much shit. Who's your Joseph? It's such a beautiful thing, bro. As Lilith, who never accepted man, only a god is good enough for a goddess. There is a man that was created on this planet that made me want a man. Joseph was the perfect man. Adam wasn't, but Joseph was. And it's great, you know what I mean? God got it better. He got it better. He got the code better. Joseph was a perfect man. I'm sure there's no such thing as perfect in your eyes, but something to want. I can't find anything in all time that I want that I hadn't already had. I want, and that's, you could say it's coveting, but it's hopefulness. I want what Mary had. Something to strive for. Something that doesn't exist. That's you know what I mean? Something only godly. And yet he wasn't. He was nothing more than a great man to a goddess and to, Jesus. You have to understand this. God wants you to raise his child. He wants you to father his child. That's a great man. He picked a great man and a great woman to raise Jesus, bro. I want that. I want that man. He doesn't exist, but God, can you give me, I know what I want. Something like that's going to take a lot of, you know what I mean? Something like that takes a lot. But at the same time, it doesn't. Because it's not to say that God didn't create men like that. He's not one of one, like me. God made them. He started making them. You know what I mean? He made all of you, all differently. So that's all I'm really manifesting right now. I'm waiting for God. That's it. What's next? I don't know. Whatever God said. Let's see. As you gracefully await for what's coming, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. It's hard to do this. As an action-oriented person, as a fire sign, as a independent bitch, as a masculine energy, this is so hard to master. To go from the emperor to the empress. I've always been an emperor, but becoming the empress was very hard. Just letting the shit come to you, where it's like you're not chasing a battle, you're steadily awaiting the next battle. You're prepared for battle. Instead of let's get ready, let's train, let's be ready. We want to be ready. It's that you're already ready. You don't need to get ready. You're ready. It's a hard place to be. Relationship. Let others take the lead right now. Your power lies in small gestures, self-awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. I don't want to control a relationship. I don't want a man to control it, but he definitely has to take initiative. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not pushing relationships. I'm open to one, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not taking the lead. Unless God says, go get him. I'm like, I got him. What am I supposed to do with him now, Lord? It's pretty much it. It's like, release the Kraken kind of shit. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. As I say this, it's like, I don't know, going back to Marshall, I don't know if he ever had it in him. If he does and it's dormant, I don't know. You got to stop thinking that they can be something. You know what I mean? Going back to it, does he want to go back to the trailer park? I don't think so. Simple things like that, I can eliminate the process. Is he gonna come ride with me on my fucking RV? Is he gonna sit outside with me? Is he gonna take baths with me? Is he gonna laugh with me? It's funny, you can't make everyone that person. Who's gonna take a bath with me? Who's gonna help me? You know what I mean? Like, I can see myself hooking up my trailer to my truck, but can you do it? Can you park the truck? Are you going to learn this stuff with me? Are you going to learn how to handle this shit? You know what I mean? Are you going to help me do this stuff? This is what I want. It's my dream. If you love me, then you want my dreams to come true. You want to be part of my dreams. You don't want to squash them. I want to take a trailer and travel the freaking world. Maybe not the whole world, but at least the U.S. I don't know. We might take that motherfucker up to Alaska. I feel like a plane is just so much better in that sense. But that's what I want to do. It's my dream. It doesn't mean I want to do it forever. I'll get tired of it, maybe. But that's what I want to do. It's my dream. You're like, you're dreaming. Fine. Look for a dream lover. Oh, God, I'm hearing Mariah Carey. There's your girl, Marshall. Oh, come on, dude. I'm sorry. I wasn't making fun of you. Just a little. More like the universe. Prosperity message. You want to see my exes? We can make fun of them all day. Prosperity message. This is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. I told you, bro. Some of you are in that energy. We're in mixed energy, bro. You have to feel it out. If God's pushing you, then go. If God's holding you back, then stay. How do you know? Because your mind. Listen to the mind. It's two different things. I had a dream about this. Or I had a feeling about this. Somebody was asking me, I think it was probably Drake. I gotta be honest, because he's a gambler. How do you know who's gonna win? You feel it. How do you know who's gonna win? You feel it. When you start to learn the feeling of truth, you know what a yes is and you know what a no is. When you learn this, bro, you're gonna know the truth of everything. You know who wins every game. How do you know? You tell yourself, do the Broncos win? And you'll feel it. And then you'll say, do the fucking Chargers win? And you'll feel it. You can feel the two differences when you tell yourself who's going to win. You've got to learn your feelings. And yeah, I think after that point, they're going to stop the betting games when they realize that we can feel the truth. We can predict the future. Why? Because it's an energy. You just can't feel it. All you can feel is the crowds. In essence, they're all carrying an energy of I want to win. And that's just how it is. You learn a yes and you learn a no inside of your gut. You learn that, you know what I mean, what's holding you back. You learn that if it's all in your mind or if it's in your heart. You learn the two different languages. That simple? Pretty much. I mean, when it goes back to the Super Bowl, that was different. I saw the eagles in the sky, and that's what God told me. The eagles were going to win. Why? I don't know. He just told me. So that you could see that he was real. Not that I was real, but that he was real. Everything that he shows is so that you can see he's real. Like God said. And it's not that I said, I am the all-powerful oracle. No, I am the all-powerful messenger of God, and they never shut the fuck up, and I gotta tell you what they're saying. So going back to this, it's a feeling. All of this is, your intuition is feelings. It's an inner knowing, which is a yes or a no inside of you. If there's ever a fight between your mind and your heart, you've got to sit still and see what is in control right now. Is your mind and its fears in control that won't let you go? Or is your mind and its fucking desires and wants and its inability to take a no in control right now? Or is it just your heart that really just wants to go have an ice cream? And your mind says, no, fatty. Some things, bro. It's all this whole relationship, dude. It's too much to maintain. That's what I said to Marshall today. I was like, I'm too much. I might be too much for you. I get it. I'm a lot to deal with. I got to deal with myself all day. I get on my own nerves dealing with my inner child, which is nothing more than my brain and my feelings. You know what I mean? I got to care for myself. You don't got to care about me. I mean, you do, but it's like I take all day taking care of myself. I get it. It takes a lot to and that's why I look at Russ. I'm like, oh man, I'm too busy taking care of me to take care of you. This is a lot of care. We need a caregiver here. We need somebody that gives a shit about how much care we need. And that's what I told you in that fucking devil card. You're constantly taking care of yourself throughout the day. Not selfishly, but with yourself and your feelings. Nurturing yourself, understanding yourself. And it could turn into a lot of open conversations where people are like, are you talking to yourself? Mm-hmm. Quite a bit. I need a professional opinion here. Me and myself and I. You have different aspects of yourself. There's that child self. There's that very wise self that, you know what I mean? The mothering, you know. There's the inner warrior. There's the nurturer and the inner child. The emperor, the empress, and the child. The Holy Trinity. It's all within you, and you gotta work this shit. You gotta man up sometimes. You gotta cry sometimes. You gotta, you know, eat a fruit snack sometimes. You need a puppy and a blanket and a water park. All sounds good to me, right? All right, going back to this. That's how you know. Where was I? Yeah, prosperity message. This is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe their behaviors and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take the back seat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. Let others come to you. It's important that they feel they have power now. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form you want. How do you want to feel? Basking in your success. I gotta be realistic, guys. My trailer's gotta be parked at a house. It's what I want, but in essence, you know what I mean? That's not the whole deal. It has to come home sometime, you know what I mean? It's like being honest. It's like, you know, yeah, I just want my trailer, but I know that my kids need a home. And I'm not going to deny them a home for my dream. You know what I mean? And I'm getting closer to understanding that I can't really leave that dream until they leave home. It's kind of where it looks like a little bit. In essence, CJ's cool. He wants to, but I don't know. She's down with it, but, you know, at the same time, they like the feel. Just got to be honest about it. It's like releasing this, you know, having it your way. How do you want it to feel? Basking in your success. Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expected. Protection message. Do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you constantly insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. And that's what I was doing too, is with these guys. I don't want shit from you, bro. I want shit from you, bro. I want shit from you, bro. I want shit from you. Then they're like, well, I ain't got shit to give her. She don't want nothing I have to give. That's not true. I don't want the shit you give me to give you power over me. Like Russ does. I would like flowers a lot. I like that. Hey, do you want to see magic? Have you noticed that I've kept those alive for like so long? How are they still alive? Well, they're kind of dying now. You know when they die, they fall over. Isn't that crazy? Going back to it, it's not that I don't want you, the stuff that you have to offer. I don't want you, the stuff that you have to offer, to be conditional where I owe you now because you gave me something. So therefore, it's like I don't want to receive anything that comes with a price tag later, where you can go around like Russ and say that you did this for me. I don't want that. I don't want you to do stuff just so you could tell everybody how you did something for me. I wouldn't do that to you. That's all. It's not that I don't want. I just don't want you to use it as power over me. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you, without demand or expectation. And that's where it is. If I have my own, you can't. I have my own power. If I have my own money, I have my own job, I have my own car, I have my own success, my own independence, then you don't have power. I have my own power. And now it becomes a power struggle where you're trying to match my powerful life. You're trying to show that you have a powerful life, or you're trying to be more powerful than me in my life. You want me to submit my power because it makes you feel competitive, or it's demeaning. It demasculizes you that I have more power. But it's not power, it's just stuff. And that's where I tried to show you, is they think that they're all powerful because they have nice stuff, they have more stuff. And I was the same way. As long as I had stuff, I felt I had power. I was independent. I had some sense of self because of all my stuff. And I could use that stuff to show how well off I am. I worked hard for all this nice stuff, and this nice stuff shows that I'm a hard worker and that I'm independent and that I can take care of myself. Well, all this nice stuff shows that, it appears that I have a high price tag and that you're going to have to maintain all this nice stuff for me, is what I think it looked like to men. That they couldn't compare or compete with my stuff. It wasn't really. I worked twice as hard as any man to get it. Nothing was ever given. Open up and let love just receive the bounty that is yours on page 7. Great, right? We already put an hour here. I have one more card, but I don't feel it. I don't feel like it's supposed to roll in here. I have an Isis card, and I feel like from there we'll do some more. We're definitely in the Divine Feminine, like I said. I pulled it yesterday. I looked back, and I was like, all we talked about was Divine Feminine energy. The reason that we're talking about Divine Feminine is your feelings. Doesn't mean being a passive bitch. It means when you're talking about feminine energy, we're talking about your feelings. When we're talking about masculine energy, we're talking about your actions. So, going back to the card, it says the Devil card, right? We got to talk about your feelings, your shadows. The Strife card, which was, the battles, the inner battles that you're having, is how I'm getting out of this. And then the last card is, putting yourself back in power. From the actions, though, it's an action-oriented card, was the Emperor. Everyone knows that's all about taking action. He's the Emperor. Not realistically. You're not going to catch the Emperor on the field. He relays the action. He had to take action to get there, but he's the one that keeps it action-oriented. He's the one, like a general or something that's telling everyone how to... I don't know. There's lots of patriarchy to how that belief system is, but... in the essence is we're going to start out in our feminine, dealing with our shadows. And that's the fight, and that's the action, all of that. You'll get back into your masculine energy, and that's where we go, from feminine to masculine, feminine to masculine. We don't dress up like my daughter and be a girl and a guy from day to day. If you want to, you're welcome to. But it means we go from sitting and reflecting to getting up and taking action after reflection. Is how that works. That's the ebb and flow of the energy. As you sit with your heart and you find out what's right with your heart, and you get your heart space right, and then you take action on your heart. Right? So on a day like today, we're supposed to be taking some action. I didn't get laundry done yesterday, so that's about it. I'll use all of my energy, but I couldn't either. You know what I mean? It's like, why can't I do this? Again, I have to remind myself that I'm a female. I have to do this to myself every fucking moon cycle. I'll get out there and try to fucking do a lot of heavy lifting and shit. And just like yesterday, I haven't been taking Advil, so I'm in a lot of pain. I just don't take medications like that. I don't want to take them all the fucking time. So I do a lot of ice packs and a lot of fucking hot baths and a lot of laying down in a fetal position, holding myself, just wishing it would stop. And so when on days like that, it's like I had shit to do, but I have to honor the fact that my body has been fucked up. And I can't just go lifting 50-pound bags of fucking laundry and standing there and doing all of this, sitting in chairs and doing all of it. I would do it every month, and I wouldn't honor it, and I would hurt myself. I'd lose jobs. I'd go into a lot of pain. I've never honored my moon cycles. So, even yesterday, I had, first thing in the morning, I had it all packed up and shit, ready to go. But my fucking uterus wasn't going to let me carry any of that shit up and down nowhere. Today I feel a bit better, but at the same time, it's like I've got to honor. If I do this, this is going to hurt me later. And that's where you have to honor your body, your mind, and your spirit. Sometimes your mind is just burnout. Sometimes your body's just burnout. Doesn't mean that you can't do nothing, but some of the physical stuff, taking action, actionable steps. So then, like a day like today is just sit there and, receive information that can be useful for you to take actions on later. Like that's example, like God showed me, he reminded me that it's Halloween time. That's great. That gave me something to look forward to. And, in the essence, it's like maybe not the fucking Frightmare compound up in Westminster, but maybe there's one closer. It sounds like something I could do. Something, and that's where it is like not every opportunity, everything that glitters isn't gold, first off. But at the same time, it's like that sounds like something, that I could do. And so we just kind of wait for it. It doesn't, he gave me an idea, but he didn't give me everything. And I told you yesterday, something came into my visions and was trying to tell me about a job. And I'm like, I hope that man comes back and tells me what job I was looking for. In essence, you can go and, like I do, and just apply for everything, hoping that you'll get something. But it's that one thing. You hope for the right thing to pop. That you don't just take the first fucking, whatever shows up because you're desperate. And that's where God's like, don't call her. Don't call her. Don't call her. The last job, yeah, maybe not been so good for me as a fucking... It was a collection agent, being a collection agent for people's unpaid parking tickets. It's like, maybe I shouldn't be calling people, telling them to pay their bills. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But that's where it is. It gets you excited about you can do something. And then you're like, well, it's probably better I didn't do that. Everything sounds like a great idea. I want to work at a sex shop until you have to be the jizz mopper. I want to get a fucking employee disc. I want to work at the fucking casinos. Yeah, until you realize that, you're the only broke one there. Something crazy. It all sounds like a great idea until you realize that I should have read the fucking reviews on this one. You ever tried to do fast food? I did that once. Man, was that terrible. That was horrible. That was horrible. I've worked many restaurant jobs. That was horrible. Might as well just wait for fucking the snow season and just shovel some snow out there. That works well for me and my masculinity. Keeps my body thin. Really? Yeah, that was an easy job for me. I mean, it's not. You're like, damn, bitch, that's a manly-ass job. I like to get my hands dirty. I don't like to sweat, but I like to use my muscles and show that I got them. I really do like to get out there and, like, I'll help you move your house. I'm strong. I look a little flabby, but I'm real strong. I've had to be real strong, so I like to exert that strength. I like to use it when I can. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What a waste, right? It's like, I'm strong. I could carry some shit. I could do some... Not during a moon cycle. I'm not very strong. Not mentally, physically, or emotionally. I'm pretty much a bitch. Every bitch is a bitch when she gets her period. But I'll be strong again. In the essence, I'll still man up on your ass. That's what we're talking about. Deal with your feelings. Hey, I love you guys. Welcome, new people. TMI. No, you're gonna hear it all, bro. There's no such thing as too much. I've given you everything, which I know is too much. God says you can have more. More, please. Oliver Branch. Later, haters.